Good morning, friends. Let me tell you about some of the key skills that we really need in order to survive in this 21st century, and that would pay you forever in the long run, because these are essential skills, and some of them or all of them or even a part of them, if we develop, inculcating on ourselves, in our personality, we add to our personality development, like a wholesome personality or rounded personality. That's what we call rounded personality. It's about ability to convey what you think and feel, and how expressive you are, what kind of language you use. That goes a long way in convincing people or persuading people. Ability to break a process down into smaller steps. Like if any task appears to be really daunting, until we break them down into small pieces, and then we try dealing with them one by one. And that paves the way for like stepping stones to success. Sometimes we need to have the ability to shut up. We have to be more patient listener, and we need to learn from others. Instead of trumpeting and keep blabbering, we need to know how to be a patient listener. Ability to adapt, that may, according to circumstances or the needs. Also to compromise by improvising and overcoming obstacles in the spur of the moment. We do come across, hardships, obstacles in our life. Everything appears to be really problematic unless we come up with our own original ideas of like critical thinking, improvise. Sometimes we can make do with things available locally at our disposal instead of finding the solutions elsewhere. Obviously, reading is, our ability to read, understand, and memorize that develop our basic tenets or basic comprehension ability, and that pay us in the long as good rich dividends. Sometimes we need to walk away from the situation. We don't have to keep struggling to stay in the same relationship. It's better if it doesn't work, walk away out of it. You'll find a better relation, you'll find a more conducive environment to work on, whether it's colleagues or relatives or friends around. And time is precious. It's like currency. Whatever you have got in your hands now, that's your disposable income. Don't think about the bank balances of future. So we must manage our time, because time is more or less money. We must be spendthrifts, we must economize, and we must spend them hourly basis or a day's basis, and we must recount of how much time we can spend on what to prioritize our commitments. Ability to stay positive and optimistic helps a lot in our daily life, because we do have setbacks, disappointments, and if we positively think about the situation, we'll find that there's always a solution to the problem, and only optimistically we can look for those areas where we can plug in and we can manage our problems more effectively, staying robust with self-esteem without losing our heart. And our ability to make the right decisions based on facts instead of based on emotions. We may get impulsive, we may tend to be really overreactive, or tend to get sometimes really fiery or enraged in our reactions to the deplorable conditions, bad situations. So we have to have a good control of our emotions, because emotions can play havoc. It can also play, bonhomie and friendship, but it can also cause you to get derailed and get lost in the stormy weather. Language audience and a large audience, and we must develop the art of speaking before large audiences, because our inbuilt fear, we are imagined fear of not getting recognized or making mistakes or not living up to the expectation of the people, that pulls you back and draws all your key strengths out of you. So you must have the ability to try talking to the people in general with loads of confidence, with the poise that is required to stay calm, convincing, persuasive. Also, to meet failures with the least disappointment, as if it's a part of the successes that we keep making in our daily life. Investment of money is really important. Budgeting. If we overspend, we are going to be begging before the people. If we are really economical and we know how to budget, or have the kind of good estimation of how much we're going to spend monthly, daily, or weekly, because our limited sources of income don't allow us to be extravagant, and we feel like window shopping, we're using our credit cards, and we tend to overspend without getting to realize that we are getting the trap of debt, and ultimately that's going to cost your well-being, your mental makeup. You're going to suffer in your life on account of being overly indulging into social activities, like online shopping, and just getting jealous of the neighbors and people around, looking at their bigger cars, bigger houses, bigger spending, and the holiday packages, and they are suffering on account of their spending. You don't have to. So our ability to do things rightly in the right time with the right motive, regardless of the situations, whether it's favorable or unfavorable, whether it's really not working, and that can be done only when we try to analyze ourselves, analyze our own situations, our own budgeting, our own time frame, our own priorities, our own commitments. Ability to learn how to learn. Learning is not like accumulation of facts and all. We need to develop kind of sort of strategies, and those strategies are called learning how to learn. Quicker ways of learning. Information explosion, and in the midst of all the social media, bombardments of the false news around, propagandas, everyone's trying to convince you, or trying to invade you with their own hidden agenda, biases and all that. So we don't have to be judgmental, we have to have critical analysis of. Also, we need to have an idea of the feelings of others, getting to know that who are your genuine friends and foes, and who are really concerned with your own well-being, who are